And welcome to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting. It is March 1st, 2022, and it is 7 p.m. Call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. If everyone would please rise for a moment of silence for the people of Ukraine, and then the prayer and the pledge. Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, we are here with bowed heads and humble hearts, asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Allow us to nurture and bond our community. Pray for our soldiers, men and women, that is keeping all of us safe here and across the world. Thank you for giving us your son Jesus. Keep the Bird family in our hearts. Our hearts and prayers go out to the people in Ukraine. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Mr. Jones.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item is to approve the minutes from the February 1st, 2022 public hearing and regular meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve from Alderwoman Honeycutt. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion passes. Moving on to departmental reports. Deputy Chief Matthews.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman. These are our numbers for the month of February 2022. We're tracking a little bit behind on our trend from last year. I think COVID had a big uptick on that. On a positive note, all 6 people that we swore in last week are still employed. So that's a bonus. Do you have any questions?
Only question I got, it was a special on one of the news stations about fires in electrical cars. Have y'all experienced anything? You know, we've got more and more electrical cars on the road.
No, I have not. We have plenty of training on it, but we've been to a few crashes, but no fires involved with electrical vehicles.
I know I heard, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 or 2. One had a special that, you know, the electric cars, when they crash, they're more likely to catch fire than a gasoline motor.
It has the potential to. I wouldn't say more likely to, but
Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Deputy Chief.
Thank you.
Moving on to the Police Department, Chief Davis.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Alderman. You have a cramp summary for the month of February before you. A couple things I want to point out. Thefts from motor vehicles, we had 3 this month, which all 3 of those vehicles were left unlocked. Unfortunately, no firearms were stolen from that. Also, you can see that we're still up on our domestics and our theft. I think all of this is, you can kind of equate that to the pandemic. Also, in the last page of your summary, you'll see our Blue Sentinel, our LPR stats. Just for the month of February, we scanned just over 2 million license plates, resulting to 2,773 alerts. Not all were positive alerts, but that's how many alerts they had, and recovering 6 stolen vehicles and 8 stolen license plates. So again, I will tell you all that this is a very successful program that we've started and look to add to that in the future. Any questions?
Yeah, two things. What neighborhoods was the car break-in all in the same neighborhood?
According to the data that we have, there's no specific area that there's been a concentration in. Most of them, I will say, have been in the Lake Forest area, but these 3 were actually in the Lake Forest area, but over the years, this has been sporadic.
And these new license plates, the blue license plates coming out, there was something on one of the news about some of the systems is not picking the blue license plates up.
Yes, sir. Our system is kind of off and on. Some they'll hit on some, and some they won't. I guess it just depends on the particular angle that the car's coming in or not. But talking to the company, we had the company in last week. The state has stopped issuing those tags, and they're trying to find a remedy to it now. So the ones that's issued now, they'll probably get new license plates next year. But for the month of February, 2 million tags being scanned. That's.
I know I've been
quite a
seeing
bit.
more and more on cars, in the
Well,
last 6 weeks.
You really only have the month of January and February that they've only issued those tags out for. So they've stopped even manufacturing because of that. But I think we're doing pretty good with 2 million tags a month. So.
Any other questions? Thank you, Chief. Moving on to the Parks and Recreation Department, Mr. David McGowan.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Board, thank you. You have the parks numbers for the month. We don't have a whole lot of information for you, so it's not going to take a long time. Help desk tickets 89, man hours 583.5. See our projects there. We are finishing up the rehab at the 468 Stones River property. When that's done, we'll start demoing on those other properties down the road. We've been hauling dirt and rock in at the dog park, trying to get the parking lot ready for pavement. Upcoming events, March 19th is the anniversary 5K fun run. It will start back here at the pavilion, 9 a.m. It'll take place on the Greenway. Upcoming meetings, March 17th, Senior Center Advisory, March 21st, Parks and Rec, and March 21st, Historical Preservation. The ladies at the Senior Center would like to thank Infomark and Danny for the donations for the T-shirts. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on to the Finance Department. Do we have anybody for that? We do not, but you should all have that report in your packet. That was emailed out earlier. Moving on to the Library Department, Ms. Donna Bebout.
Wonder what she's bringing tonight.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen, good evening. For the month of February, you notice that our attendance was 1,635, and our circulation was up 2,930. We issued 80 new patron cards, and our computer usage was 989. Not where we were, but definitely moving up since COVID, and we're really excited about that. We finished our holiday reading program, and our total entries for the 3 months were 3,813. So we appreciate all of our patrons who came, checked out items in order to get into the drawing, and it was just a great time. We appreciate that. I do want to point out that our library hours, we are now doing 9 a.m. We were opening at 10, but we have pushed it back to 9 a.m., so Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. VITA, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, is still doing income tax at the library. They will be there every Friday and Saturday from now until April the 9th. There are still some appointments available. You can go to yourlocaluw.org in order to make an appointment to have your taxes done. Our children's programming is going really well. We started back the 1st of February, and we have had children at every program, some a fewer number and some a very large number. But all of our weekly story times have gone really well. Our homeschool, our Once Upon a Time story time, which is preschool, books and babies, jammies and stories is always a big hit. I believe Miss Janice had 27 last Thursday night. Then our monthly youth programs, Kids Crafternoon, we had 26 for our first program. Teens and Tweens, 8 came, and that's exciting. We're hoping to build that core group and continue to reach out to the middle and high schools and get that group growing. And then, of course, we have our adult programs, and those are going well also. Our library board will meet Monday, March the 14th at 5 o'clock here at the Boardroom. Are there any questions?
Can you mention again about the income tax? I know it's on Friday and Saturday, and they can log in. Can they call the library and make an appointment, or you gotta log in?
They have to go to the website, or they can go to the website and get a phone number. We also have flyers at the library that has the phone number to United Way, so they make all of the appointments through United Way.
Okay.
But we
And-
will be happy to help them.
Can you mention that website again?
Yes, it's www.yourlocaluw.org.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Donnie,
Thank
you are doing a
you.
great job. And last would be our water treatment plant, Mr. Danny Campbell.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Board, I trust that you have our monthly report in front of you and had a chance to look it over. Are there any questions?
Thank you, sir.
No questions, but I want to follow up with what David said. The ladies wanted to thank Infomark, and Danny personally came down, had lunch with us, brought a check, presented it to the ladies. I'm looking forward to seeing their new bowling shirts that they get sponsored by Infomark. Danny, I personally want to thank you so much for helping the seniors, sir. That's really nice, sir.
It's an annual donation that we really enjoy being able to do is for Infomark, and I appreciate the thank you and the treatment I get when I get to come down there and visit, so.
Pretty
thank you
good
very
food,
much.
ain't it?
It's great food and better company, so we appreciate it very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. We're on to old business, second reading ordinance 2022-01, an ordinance to amend Title 15, Chapter 11, Section 15-1101 of the Laverne Municipal Code regarding the driver education course. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve from Vice Mayor No. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Coates. Alderman Waldron.
Aye.
Alderman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
Motion passes. Second reading ordinance 2022-02, an ordinance to amend Title II, Chapter 3, Section 2-301 of the Laverne Municipal Code regarding the membership of the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve from Vice Mayor No. Is there a second?
I second.
Second from Alderwoman Honeycutt. Alderman Waldron.
No.
Alderwoman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
Motion passes. Second reading ordinance 2022-03, an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for tax map 14, parcel 48, consisting of approximately 0.78 acres, located at 441 Sand Hill Road, from a agricultural zoning district to a R3 high-density residential zoning district. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on December 28th, 2021. A public hearing was held on Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Alderman Coates. Is there a second?
I second.
Second from Alderwoman Honeycutt. Alderman Waldron.
No.
Alderwoman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
Motion passes. Second reading ordinance 2022-05, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2021-2022 Streets Capital Projects Fund budget. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Our second. Alderman Waldron?
Aye.
Alderwoman Honeycutt?
Aye.
Alderman Coates?
Aye.
Vice Mayor No?
Aye.
I vote aye. Second reading ordinance 2022-06, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2021-2022 general fund budget. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve by Alderman Coates. Our second. Alderman Waldron?
Aye.
Alderwoman Honeycutt?
Aye.
Alderman Coates?
Aye.
Vice Mayor No?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on to the consent agenda. I want to make a motion that we pull item B out and move it to new business. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Coates. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay, that passed. Now on to the rest of the consent agenda. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Alderman Coates. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Abstain.
Moving on to new business. Motion to approve bid for the sewer pump station solids removal and disposal. Need a motion for this item.
I make a motion to approve with the lowest bid, material spill remediation.
Have a motion to approve with MRS. Is there a second? Seeing no second, I'll open it back up for for motions.
I make a motion to approve TPM Group.
Have a motion to approve the TPM Group bid. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second from Alderman Coates. Alderman Waldron.
No.
Alderwoman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No?
No.
Our vote aye. Motion passes. Moving on to appoint or remove board and committee members. First, we have the Board of Zoning Appeals. We have one vacancy, which was Jim Hessman, and we do have one Alfred Lane who has applied for that. I'll appoint him to that board. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I won't be participating anymore in the board.
And that would just be an abstain, sir.
I'm not going to get involved in no political deal. I'm not going to participate in it.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. We have the County Commissioner position open, and we do have Commissioner David Gammon who has applied for this board. So I will appoint him to that board. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And then we do have where we just passed the ordinance that would reduce this down from 11 members to 7 members. So open it up, we have at least one vacancy, which could be eliminated, and then whomever else. So I'll open that up.
This was solely my idea, so if anybody listening at home thinks that it come from somewhere else, and the reason I'm doing it is because of the time of the board meetings, the number of people that's on it. It's as far as I know, it's the largest board that we have in this city, and it's hard to get everybody there. And sometimes it's even hard to have a quorum, and I've even talked to past chairmen, and they've told me that it's hard to get a quorum down there with that many people. And that's the only reason that I'm doing this. It's nothing personal. It's not anything against anybody. Select people that I have selected to be removed are people that have a hard time making it anyway. Bruce, if this passes, do you send the email to the people that I give you, or how does that work?
Typically, it would be the department that handles these boards, so it would probably come from Parks and Recreation.
Okay. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so with that, the floor is still open for, looks like we've got 4 positions that, that would be removed since the ordinance was adopted. So I'll open it up to, as far as, anybody make a motion for those 4 positions.
I'm not gonna make no motion and ain't gonna vote on it because I'm not gonna be involved in anything that's political.
Okay, thank you, sir.
There's 2 spots that are vacant,
No, sir, there's just
or
one.
just one now since David Gann, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's the county commission position we have to
Then
keep.
there will be, okay, I got you.
Well, the easy one, I'll go ahead and make a motion myself on, which is to go ahead and eliminate the vacant position. That's probably the easiest one of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is there a second for that?
I second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Like I say, I'm not gonna participate in this thing because I don't wanna be involved in anything political.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can just say abstained if you'd like. So that motion passes, so that's 1 of 4. So, Vice Mayor No, any thoughts on the other 3?
The other 3 it'd only be 2, right?
It would be 3, yes. Because there was, it took it from, the board from 11 to 7, which is 4 positions, and then we just eliminated the vacant position, since nobody was filling that.
So Shamil resigned,
Right, so that position has been eliminated.
all right. And then the other one that I was thinking about vacant was the Wayne Blair thing.
Well, that's the county
So that's
commission
been
position.
filled.
That has to remain.
So the other 2 would be Melissa Joyner and Wendy Berry. I was thinking there was only 2 that we needed to do. Let me recount here.
Yeah, it's 3 remaining.
I guess I messed that all up. I don't have a third one, Mr. Mayor, not right now.
Okay, do you want to make a motion on those 2?
Make a motion on those 2.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Second from Alderwoman Honeycutt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Again, I'm not gonna participate in anything that's political.
Okay. So at this point, we have 1 other position. If there's no consensus on it, at this point, we can move on and address that next month. Moving on to the last item for new business, approved lease contract with Big Thunder Events for an inflatable escape room attraction for the block party on May 7th, 2022. The reason why I had this pulled out of the consent agenda is this, at least my motion to approve it, is going to be subject to them accepting the revisions that the city attorney made this evening with their contract. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second from Alderman Coates. Alderman Waldron.
Abstain.
Alderwoman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
And our vote aye. That motion passes.
Mayor, if I could, before we go further and the meeting is adjourned, I would like to make a recommendation to the board that you entertain potentially a motion to reconsider with respect to awarding the bid that was voted on earlier in the other item, to state on the record the reasons for the decision to go with that particular vendor. And the way that that could be handled from a procedural standpoint would be for the chair, for the mayor to entertain a motion to reconsider that item. If that passes, then we go back to that item and motions can be made at that point.
Sure. So I will open up for a motion for reconsideration.
I second.
Is there a motion? Well, we need the motion first.
I thought you opened it up. I make the motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Honeycutt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Coates. So at this point, we can,
We need a vote on that
yes,
motion.
we need to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So going back over to the bids, we have we're opening it up for a motion. And just to clarify, you said it needs to state reasons why
Right, if
in
there's
there.
yes, sir, correct. If there's a reason why the low bid is not awarded on that, then there just needs to be a basis as to the reasoning behind not going with that bid in the
Okay.
motion. Yep.
Okay. At this point, the board, or the floor is open for the board to make any motions.
I'll start out. I didn't think that the lowest bidder would be,
Well, it needs to be with a motion, so.
well, I make a motion to open the floor. Is that what
No,
we're doing?
you need to make a motion to accept one of the bids, and
Oh.
if it's not the low bid, you need to state why.
I make a motion to accept the TPM bid.
Okay, and why?
I wanted to go with them because, like I stated in the workshop, we've used them for 6 years now, and we haven't had any issues out of them. The lowest bid, after some more research on my part, once I got to looking at the packet and everything they turned in as far as the bid, their business license was expired, their employee count wasn't correct, and from what I gather, I don't know if this is still in court, but I understand that there are alleged theft of company funds with Mr. Church from his previous employer, which did hazmat stuff as well. And I just don't think that's a good look for the city to have somebody, supervising a company with less amount of employees, less amount of equipment. Yes, it's the lowest bid, but I can't trust that company based on the alleged allegations of theft of company funds with defraud or harm.
Is there a second?
I'm going to second, and I'll just like,
Second for discussion.
Second from Alderman Waldron.
For discussion, it goes back to what I said about political. It was brought up in a workshop that one reason why they didn't take it because of Matthew Church. I know Matthew Church is not on the coal train no more. He's, and it throws up the flags for me is political. It showed on the picking of the board members that this board is biased. They want to put their friends and the people that's
Sir, if you would
close to them on it.
please stay on the topic at the bid,
I'm
not, we're not over to the
I'm
board
discussing
appointments.
it. I'm discussing it. I know y'all don't want nobody to say anything against y'all. I know the citizens gets up here and they say something wrong, you want the police to escort them out.
Sir,
You
we-
can get the police to escort me out if you want to, but I'm gonna say what I wanna say.
Sir, we've not had anyone escorted out under this administration.
understand that. I
Your
understand that.
administration, sir.
But-
But moving on, about this
Obvious,
bid.
y'all are doing a political thing here, and, it's wrong, and I'm not gonna participate in it.
Okay, thank you.
The lower bid was $90,000, $80,000. And the bottom line is, the reason y'all ain't doing it because Matthew Church. Taxpayers' money's $80,000 or $90,000, just like the codes building. Y'all done that for $200,000 or $300,000 less than what it value. It goes down to, you say not personal, it's business. It's not good business. I'm gonna get down off my footstool, and I'm not the only one thinks it's not right. The people watching it on television feels it's not right.
Well,
I've been here over 15 years, and stuff has happened that's never happened before. It's just not right, and that's all I got to say.
I can assure you my decision,
Excuse me, sir, you're out of order. This is not a public hearing, sir.
I can assure you that my decision has nothing to do with politics. I don't understand how politics comes with doing what's right for the city and appropriate for the city. Yes, they were the lowest bid, but they don't have the manpower, they don't have the equipment. The company that we're using now has saved us money. They have the manpower, they have the equipment to handle everything that the city needs. So I don't understand how that's political. That's my decision. You can do your own research like I did and come up with your own answers, but politics has nothing to do with my answer.
Well, at this point, I'll call the roll. Alderman Waldron.
I'd like to speak in too, please.
Okay. Alderman Coates.
Just to bring this in line and bring this to togetherness, and for the people listening this evening, so the first bid was 99,600, not 89,000. The second bid was 178,200. The items that I have is the lowest bid indicates the manpower. They list a total of 5. The present TPM, they list 54. So one of my concerns is on a weekend or a holiday when people are not around is, do the lowest bid have the coverage for the city? That's one of my concerns. And number 2 is that TPN have done a good job previously, and so it comes to the point of it's not the lowest bid, but it's the middle bid. But my other concern is, if you look at it, and everyone's not looking at this, or certainly just by discussing it this evening, is the disparity between the bids is tremendous. I mean, just if you look at the numbers here, 99,600 was lowest, 178,200, which was the middle bid, and the other one was 236,400. It's a huge disparity in the numbers. And so for me, I'm moving forward with the TPM group, nothing to do with political, it's just to do with looking at the numbers that were given. And just to clarify one item from Alderman Honeycutt, the license that's in here for them has expired, but apparently they do have an up-to-date one.
Oh, okay.
So that's not a reason, but just a comment. So I just want to bring it into perspective and just to let people know what's going on here.
And for historical precedence, I just want to state TPM has bid before. We're not the low bidder, but were accepted before, and these rates are actually lower than that bid at that time. With that, I'll call the roll. Alderman Waldron.
No.
Alderman Honeycutt.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Vice Mayor, no.
No.
I vote aye. Motion passes. Moving on to Mayor and Alderman comments. Alderman Waldron.
Glad to see Ann back to work. I know it's hard to leave your child, but glad to see you back. And about 11 days from now, we're in the daylight savings times. Yippee, that's my favorite time. I like long days. Check on the elderly. Make sure your pets have ample water and shelter. And get out and enjoy this week, because it's going to be beautiful. I'm leaving Friday to go to Gatlinburg, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Thank you.
Alderwoman Honeycutt.
I just want to remind everybody about the 5K run coming up on March 19th. I encourage everybody to sign up. It's not a timed race. It's not a competition. It's just for fun. So I encourage people to get out there and sign up. I'd like to keep Miss Carol from the Senior Center in your prayers, if you don't mind. She's still on the mend, but she needs as many prayers as she can get. Also, again, pray for the people in Ukraine and our military men and women. And as always, thank Fire PD and our city employees for everything they do.
Thank you, ma'am. Alderman Coates.
No comments this evening.
Vice Mayor, no.
I got nothing.
Well, I want to thank staff. I know they have been working over the last week or two now on another year's worth of performance reviews, something new that for the most part city government really hasn't had, but it's great to see, and it's a process everyone's getting adjusted to. Again, I'll remind everybody about the March 19th anniversary 5K fun run. Should be lots of fun. Starts at 9 a.m. We've got the VITA program through the United Way at the library. You can sign up online. Absolutely keep Carol in your prayers. I know we're staying up to date with her and how that's going. Do want to thank everybody who came out Friday night for the big spaghetti dinner, and the place was packed, and it was a wonderful time for everyone. With that, call the meeting adjourned.
I've got this all messed up.